to start this, yeah, so this is our first episode of the Fuck Bitches Get Money movie podcast. That's what we do every single day of the week.
Okay.
That's all we do, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first impressions. Oh yeah, we're talking about Fantastic Four.
Oh, we're talking about Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. That's what
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Two Fantastic, 4.
Yes.
This is
first impressions.
Let me do some table setting.
All right, fine.
So a little bit of table setting before we start. This is the fourth Fantastic Four movie, if you're not counting the 80s Roger Corman one.
Okay.
That was really shitty. Back in the 80s, they made a Fantastic Four.
Never saw it. I've only seen the 2000s, the 1 and 2, and then the Fan Four Stick.
Yeah. I'll put a clip of it here.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere there. It's really funny. They did something where I don't think they recorded audio for Doom, and they just had him talk through his mask.
Okay.
Kind of like when
they added it like in post or whatever?
No, they just recorded him talking through his mask, so you really couldn't understand.
He's like,
kind of like what they did for Dark Knight Rises, where they recorded Tom Hardy with the mask already on.
Okay.
Because Nolan hates doing post stuff.
Right.
He doesn't like doing that stuff.
Okay.
So then they were like, bro, this sounds like dog shit.
So it's like Shredder from like the old like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
Yeah, that's not bad. So fourth one, this is the 31st Marvel movie.
I
believe so. 30th MCU film.
I couldn't tell you.
31st.
Because I mean, what's the start of the MCU? Iron Man, technically.
Well, if you want to get real technical, I mean, the MCU started for me with Elektra. That's when I first.
Yeah, but officially, canon-wise, it's
it's MCU.
Yeah,
it's Iron Man.
It's Iron Man. It's 2008 Iron Man.
Yeah. 2008 Iron Man.
Okay.
So, Fantastic Four movies. I never really have gotten them right.
No. Ever. I think it's difficult because it's inherently goofy.
Yeah.
Because it's old, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to modernize it a lot. So it's they're kind of a goofy getup. Stuff like that. It's kind of a goofy concept, like, ooh, my power is to stretch. Like, it's kind of lame. It is.
How dare you?
I'm a rock guy, you know?
It's cool.
I catch on. The only cool one is Human Torch.
I like rocks.
But I mean, besides that, I think that's a problem they have, is that without making it goofy, and then when the 2001 came out, that was still like the MCU didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And it was still like trying to make things very comic booky, right?
I don't know. I kind of disagree, because those 2000 superhero movies, they were so embarrassed to be comic book related.
Yeah.
Like, think about like that first X-Men movie. They don't wear the costumes. They just wear.
What was it? The Xbox?
It's too loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a cicada.
It does. But they were just so embarrassed. I mean, if you think about the 2000s X-Men, where they don't even want to like wear the costumes at all, and they even make a joke about Cyclops shames Wolverine for he might wear yellow spandex. Like, they're actively
like shitting on the old stuff.
Shitting on the comic books,
like where it came from. Yeah, exactly.
And Fantastic Four, when it came out in the 2000s, was kind of stuck in that weird middle where they wanted to be a little more comic booky, but they still wanted to be cool in 2000s, modern cool.
Right.
And
so Johnny Storm is snowboarding, being a playboy, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, a lot of 2000s pop music.
Chris Evans has the one of the only actors to play two characters in Marvel. Technically, he's Captain America and he's Human Torch.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else who's played two characters in the MCU.
I don't think so. Not that I can. I mean, I'm sure
there's got to be someone.
There's someone else
showed up in
it's rare.
Fucking random show.
It's rare,
and is now going to get it. And is random in a movie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know, but definitely, I mean, it's just it. And then we get to 2015 with so Fantastic Four 1 came out like in 2004. 2004. Second one
came out like in so long. I know you watched it recently.
I did. It's fine. It's not as bad as like Elektra or Daredevil or like the bad early 2000s Marvel movies. I really think the cast is kind of bad to that movie.
I like the Reed Richards in that. No, not feeling it.
He doesn't really have a. I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever really gotten Reed right, which we'll get to with the new movie.
Right.
It's just I don't know. He doesn't seem very smart in that movie. And then I know I'm gonna get flamed here. I'm not a big fan of Jessica Alba.
Oh, okay.
I know that's blasphemous for
she's very attractive.
A straight man to say who grew up loving that movie.
Of course.
I just think she's awful in that movie. And there's a lot of scenes where she's doing her invisible powers and she's kind of serving like face almost. She's doing like a.
It's back then. They try to sexualize it a little too much too.
Like, I mean, they give her just straight up cleavage, and
they do. And then she does the thing where she like turns invisible the first time, and then she's like butt naked, like in the.
Oh, I forgot about
that.
Yeah,
it's like they're just trying to sexualize it a little too much.
Weirdly enough, Thing in that movie, great.
Yeah,
love Thing in that movie.
He's goofy looking.
I love the rubber suit. I love the fact they gave him 3 fingers.
Like, he's got 3 fingers. Like, that's curl. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and Johnny's fine. I just don't think he gets much to do in those movies ever, which...
He's just the same thing, which we'll talk about later, about
this new one.
This new one, which I think is way different than what we're used to when it comes to Johnny Storm. But...
And then we get to... Which those movies... I don't know if I saw the first one in theaters, but I definitely remember going to see Rise of the Silver Surfer in theaters.
I like that. Now that's the one that sticks out to me specifically. Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I really like it because Lawrence Fishburne's in it as the Silver Surfer.
What?
Yeah, Larry Fishburne's the Silver Surfer.
I think you said Lawrence Fishburne.
That's his name.
No.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah.
As in the guy who plays Morpheus?
Yeah.
That is not the guy. This is not the Silver Surfer.
Yes, it is. You can look at it right now, motherfucker.
Okay. Is that that might be his voice?
It's his voice. They didn't get. I thought a guy who looked like him.
I that's what I thought. I envisioned Lawrence Fishburne.
No, I think the guy who looks like him is. I think
he's a stunt actor.
I think it's Doug Jones. I think it's the guy who played the fish dude from Hellboy, Abe Sapien.
Yeah, because like he's a very slender man.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff. Okay. And then he played the fish guy that girl fucks and.
Yeah. Sound of Water?
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
Shape
That's
of Water.
What it is.
So yeah, I mean, that one's good, but again, just those movies' biggest crime, Fantastic Four 1 and Fantastic Four 2, they make Doom so lame.
They do.
They make him so lame.
I think he looks cool. You didn't even like the way he looks?
No, I don't like the rubber cape. You can tell it's a rubber. They made him like a. So what? They made him like a duster.
What is Dr. Doom's powers? Electric.
Yeah. In that movie,
so he's Pikachu.
In that movie, it's electric. And then the second one, he gets the power of the Silver Surfer by shenanigans and uses it to.
Then he's on the surfboard, right?
And then he's on the surfboard.
Because the surfboard gives the power, right?
I guess in that version.
I don't know, man.
I guess in that version it does.
Yeah, it's really.
But that one specifically was so awful. I think this was like one of the first nerd outrage moments I remember having was. As a kid, seeing them turn Galactus into a giant cloud monster.
Oh, yeah. They gave him the Green Lantern treatment.
It was so bad.
Where they just turn him into like this planet-killing entity, cloud.
Big cloud.
Cloud munching.
Yeah. And what's interesting is that this movie and Rise of Silver Surfer are almost an inverse, the newer one. 2025 Fantastic Four has... Galactus as the main villain and Silver Surfer as a side villain.
Right.
So Rise of Silver Surfer has Silver Surfer as main villain, Galactus as like
he's not even really a villain. It's like he's like an entity.
He shows up at the very end.
Yeah,
he's a big mean cloud.
Yeah, he's
at the very end.
He's like I wonder if that was influenced by Lost at the time.
I just think that's more of them being ashamed of comic books.
They just didn't want to dress up a guy in purple.
No, they did not want to have a big goofy guy in purple flying around because that's when they really had to like convince normal people to watch this shit.
Yeah, because back then everybody that liked comics was, everybody thought they were basement dwellers, just like being a Star Wars fan or something like that. Back then it was a little more shameful.
Yeah, but even that, you at least had good movies that made money. I mean, comic book fans, you had like the 80s movies and the 90s were just a cesspool.
Yeah, but they weren't nearly as
a cesspool of bad 90s.
Do you think Steel is a bad movie?
Oh my
With
god,
Shaquille O'Neal?
Cesspool of terrible. I don't think
Blade
1's good, but because he's
black. Oh god, no.
Black?
I don't know.
No one ever gives that movie its credit.
I have met a lot of people that I think it became a cult classic as time went on.
Yeah,
for sure. But at the time, no.
And even that movie's not even trying to be a superhero movie. That's trying to be like The Matrix.
That's like an anti-hero movie.
It's again embarrassed of comic books. They don't want to be.
So it needs to relate to something mainstream.
It has to be cool somehow. It can't be super silly.
Right.
Cut to, I would say the nadir of that, which is 2015 to like, I'm gonna say post Dark Knight, we get to this awful period where everyone is trying to do dark, gritty superheroes.
Right.
We get the worst superhero movie ever made, in my opinion. Yeah, I fucking said it. Man of Steel.
No.
Awful. Terrible.
Man of Steel was not that bad.
Worst movie ever made. Would never watch it.
Evan's a film major, so he likes to throw it in everybody's face.
It's not about that.
And he likes to think it's deeper than it is.
It's not. It's fucking awful. Whoever decided to make Superman just awful and not smile and want to punch people. And dude, I literally saw this scene from it the other day that made me cackle. Okay,
I will find him.
Do you remember? Do you remember in the new Superman when the Kaiju's about to fall in the building, and Superman jumps up behind him to save him from falling into the building?
Right.
Cut to Man of Steel. Zod literally kicks an oil tanker out of his hand, and instead of him catching it, he jumps over it, letting it slide and blow up the building behind him.
And then he stares at it. He's like,
and he aura-farms. He looks at him like he's aura-farming.
It's so
funny. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
that guy was pretty rough.
It was awful. Fucking hate that movie.
Okay.
So the worst Superman movie, probably worst superhero movie. I'd rather watch Madam Web. So
no, don't even.
Madam Web's way better. It's shorter. And it's more fun. So the worst, just awful, bad, super, just stuck in the mud superhero movie for me, just touching that terrible post Nolan and post Snyderisms, was 2015 Fantastic, where
so forgettable,
awful. Well, the idea was that I would like this, and a couple of like horror fans would like
I remember
this.
watching it at the time. What did it come out? You said 2016. 2016. Okay, yeah, I remember watching it.
Or 15?
Something like that. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is Human Torch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave him nothing to do.
And then they gave the guy from
Do you remember their outfits in that movie? They're wearing like all black jumpsuits with like tally marks for the floor on the left side.
It's so bad.
So bad.
It's bad. There's only one good scene in that entire movie. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
It was when Dr. Doom's walking down the hallway blowing at people's heads.
That one's cool too because it's really goofy. But the scene where Mr. Fantastic wakes up and then like everybody's discovering their powers, and it's almost like a horror
That's what the plan was. The original plan was the director Josh Trank, guy who made Chronicle and stuff, he wanted to make it,
I like Chronicle,
a Cronenberg-esque body horror film.
Well, but that's how Dr. Doom is too. Like,
but that's like gonna make money.
It's not gonna make money. They were just trying to make it really. They made it too weird.
But that's the thing about it, is that I don't understand how the studio let him even get that far, because I would like that idea of turning superheroes dark and gritty. That happens in the comic books all the time.
Yeah, of course.
But
Elseworlds,
they need to sell Denny's meals and toys, and they can't have a dark, gritty fantasy.
So you kind of think it got Star Wars eyes a little bit, where you can't make it too dark.
No,
so you gotta make those toys.
Not even that. It's just it was too much in the middle, and I just think the conception of turning the Fantastic Four into a dark, gritty body horror movie is dumb and doesn't make sense. I think it'd be better if you did that for like a Clayface character, just a darker superhero you could do that with.
And it's not fair because DC has darker characters.
Marvel has dark characters. Yeah. Marvel's got some tough guys. You could have done like a solo Ultron movie or something.
They already did Age of Ultron.
Just that style doesn't work for the Fantastic Four, because you're right, they are silly, they are goofy,
inherently, which is not a bad thing. It's kind of innocent a little bit.
They're the first family of Marvel, first comic book family. They matter a lot,
right? It was them Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. And what's cool about them is they are the ones that are most influenced by Jack Kirby, which is the artist for all of the Marvel comics. I know Stan Lee takes all the credit because he put his name on everything, but Jack Kirby deserves way more credit than he gets
Of course.
because he designed the look and a lot of the story beats that Stan steals.
Right. R.I.P. Stan.
All right. R.I.P. Jack instead. But Jack Kirby is much more in charge of the cosmic Marvel stuff. So Fantastic Four was his baby.
Okay, so
Galactus.
He's the weirder side of him.
He's the weirder side of Marvel.
He's the out in space
Stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that probably, and then we get to now, and I can't think of. I'm trying to think if we ever had any like Fantastic Four attempts at revival because that 2016 movie was
very
so
hard,
hated, and just
I mean, I had to tank.
It tanked. I don't know. I'll put up the box office here, but
I mean, I remember seeing it, and I was like, well, that's an hour and a half I'll never get back.
Yeah, I didn't see it till a lot later because I remember seeing the ads and hearing about how bad it was.
Yeah,
but I didn't see it till a lot later.
Yeah,
and
I think
awful.
I think they have. Yeah, it was. Oh, that's right. I was trying to think of how Johnny Storm and Sue Storm were related because Michael B. Jordan and it was a white chick.
Yeah,
I think they were like adopted maybe or
adopted.
Someone was adopted. Yeah. I can't remember. And then they had like a relationship with their father in there. It was weird. It was
yeah.
It was like, dude, no one's asking for this.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to make it like angsty.
And their doom was bad too. I remember
they just turned him into a monster. Like he was like possessed by like.
It's just they made it. I just didn't like. It really wasn't like a mask. It was almost like metal had like bind to his.
Yeah, it was like he wasn't a person anymore. Like he was like a thing.
No, they were going for the horror movie aesthetic, trying to make him freaky.
That wasn't good. Wasn't
good.
Yep. So table dressing good?
Table dressing, I'm good with table dressing.
Okay, so first impressions of the new Fantastic Four 2025 movie. What was your expectations coming in?
Expectations?
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty high.
Yeah,
really high. Because unlike you, I've been staying pretty up to date. I've seen every single MCU movie.
Right.
I know.
I took a big pause after Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I took probably a 5 or 6 movie pause. I didn't touch any of the TV shows except for WandaVision. That's the only one I touched.
Well, it's important you watch WandaVision because this is made by the same director of WandaVision.
Yeah. My expectations were also really high
especially because Superman came and everyone loved Superman.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's why my expectations were so high. We literally just watched Superman like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And that movie was amazing.
It was
great movie.
So great.
And it was so different and it was great. It was a fantastic movie.
And it's almost like fresh blood.
Right,
superhero world.
Right, it's not Marvel, you know. It's got a different vibe to it,
and because it's DC doing it again. Zack Snyder has been sent to movie jail. He'll never touch another franchise ever again. Thank God. But
yeah, we watched Justice League again, the Snyder cut, and it was not.
It's not good.
It was not that good.
People really hyped it up in 2019 because legit comparing it to 2016 Justice League,
it turns it from like a 2 movie into like a 5.
No, it goes 2 to high 3.5.
Yeah, because it's got like 1 or 2 scenes that are good, but it's just got so much yapping in it.
Because he doesn't have to edit.
Was awful.
He doesn't have to edit. It's so bad.
It's just garbage.
It's just so bad.
It's just gobbledygook, and there's like the time travel scene is cool, and that's about it.
Dude, you got to wait 3 hours and
but it's not
minutes to get to it.
It's just,
and then the last 40.
Bring it up on YouTube and watch it real quick.
Yeah,
you're good.
And the last 40 minutes are incoherent.
Yeah, and then they're just like trying to like build this universe that never happened.
It feels sad because it's like Zach's trying
so hard
to
create this new universe, and it's just not.
Give him another shot, and
I will say Slade Wilson.
It's not going to happen.
I will say Deathstroke looked pretty good.
I liked him when he showed up in 20 seconds.
Yeah, I liked it. I was like, it's a good outfit. It was good.
That was cool.
Yeah, with the eye patch, I liked it. But
so bad.
We'll never know.
So bad. So, and DC has been needing new revival.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like brand new DC. Everything's fresh again. Everything feels good. Peacemaker coming next month.
Right.
So
I'll watch the first season of that. I heard it's really good.
It is really good.
So there was that, and then Thunderbolts. We watched that. That was the most recent one that came out, and I liked Thunderbolts a lot.
Thunderbolts was good,
but it was also it tackled darker stuff.
Yeah,
you know, like stuff that Marvel doesn't usually like to touch.
But you cut me off. But
I'm sorry.
No. Basically, it's like I was saying.
Sorry.
Don't interrupt people.
I got excited.
Yeah, calm down. It's just I forgot.
It's all right. We can loop back through. We can cut it out.
No, okay. So Superman came out. DC's a new revival, and Marvel is very much stuck in a waiting period where we all feel like we're waiting for stuff to happen because it's been 6 years since Endgame, and it hasn't felt the same since.
Well, yeah. I mean,
They really haven't.
Huge.
It was huge, and they really haven't even been building to anything.
Well, they tried to with Kane,
Doof.
and then Jonathan Majors got in trouble.
Yeah, that fell off hard.
And then that fell off hard, so now they can't touch Kane anymore.
So now it feels like they're trying to pull it back because now they finally had 2 good movies in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the last time they've done that. It's been a long time since they've done that.
And they're such polar opposites too.
They're such polar opposites. Yeah. But first impressions, yeah, it had really lofty goals for me because what I needed it to do was be a good Fantastic Four movie, introduce the characters because these characters are going to be very important in Secret Wars coming up.
Right.
Especially Reed. He's probably going to be the main character of the movie, if I was going to guess.
Right.
And then they had to push the plot forward.
Right.
And I would say they did 2 of the 3 well, which is my biggest complaint of the movie.
Right.
So all first impressions of the movie itself, it's good.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. It's not too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. The themes are okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's good. The characters are good. The plot, I love how it starts in medium res, like Superman did, where it just starts. We don't need another Fantastic Four origin story.
It skips the origin. Like if we can start going do a little synopsis of the plot if you want.
What were your first impressions?
I mean, I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. I liked the way it looked. I liked the way it felt. It was not very high stakes, but it was at the same time. Does that make sense?
It does, but that's my biggest issue is that it didn't feel high stakes. It felt like a TV show.
Yeah, it did. But they're facing Galactus. That's a big deal.
But they stop him pretty easily,
I guess.
And we'll get to it at the end because all my issues are everything the last 10 minutes of the movie on.
Okay.
Infuriated me.
Okay.
But I loved everything getting up to it. And first impressions, this feels very much like Superman, where I'm more ready to see the Fantastic Four again.
Yeah,
I'm ready for their second movie now.
They really established. They do the same thing that Superman did, where they throw you into this universe that's already established because it's already shown that it's at the very beginning of the movie. It's Earth 828, something like that, and it's already established that this is not the same universe that we're used to in the regular MCU. So it's very different.
Yeah.
So they just throw you right into it. They don't play. They don't mess around. Just like Superman, it just throws you right into this universe. They don't do anything. And then you just got to catch on, which I like. They don't waste time on origin stories or anything like that, and they just throw you into it, and we're here or we're now.
Yeah,
which is nice. I like that a lot. Nice.
Yeah, and that's a good way to get people to just see the superhero movies again, because that in itself is just a new take.
Exactly,
and it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what's the next one on your list?
We could just talk about the plot, just run through the plot just a little bit.
Just plot?
Yeah.
Describe the plot?
Yeah, just describe. Did you not want to describe the movie or anything like that?
Oh, just going a little more through the plot. So the movie starts with our 4 heroes.
Kind of like a movie, like a montage.
Yeah, montage of a sort of a Ed Sullivan-esque, Dick Cavett type 1960s news host.
Right.
Talking to the audience, explaining to us who the Fantastic Four is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this part bugged me a little bit because I'm a little too plugged in, and I know that they had a lot of reshoots and they showed a lot of stuff in ads that weren't in the movie.
Right.
Specifically, one person, John Malkovich, was supposed to be in the movie.
Who was he supposed to play?
He's supposed to play Red Ghost. You see one scene where Reed kicks Red Ghost's
monkey,
but he was supposed to be in it. And you see a couple scenes, you saw a shot in one of the trailers of him talking or walking into the frame.
Okay.
So he would have been important. So I think what they did is they decided to put this in later on and combine a lot of the stuff they didn't put in the movie
just like into a little montage
into the montage
at the beginning.
in the beginning.
So yeah, they do the little montage at the beginning, like, hey, these are the Fantastic Four. They do like a little bit of a they went up to space and then bad things happened, but then they came back with superpowers.
Yeah.
And then they're just, you know, protecting the city, and I mean, I think it's heavily implied that they're the only superpower people on this
I think so.
in this universe.
I think it is implied that they're the only heroes around.
Yeah, at all.
And everyone likes them, which I enjoyed. There was no like Spider-Man, we all hate your guts. It was a pretty kind world.
It was nice. But I mean, the cool thing about the world is that it's like 60s. It's like 60s.
Is this
like
plot?
What's up?
Is this plot?
I guess not. You're right. You're
talking about style.
Okay, you're right.
Follow your own structure, my man.
You're right. Okay, so they go from the montage, and then it goes into Susan Storm and Reed Richards. She finds out that she's pregnant.
Yep.
And it's a big deal. They're all freaking out. They're like, we've been trying for 2 years, and then we finally stopped trying, and now we get pregnant. So that's cool. They show up to the dinner table with Ben and Johnny Storm. I do like that Ben is a lot more like of a softie in this compared to other stuff.
They didn't do the thing where he has a rock voice.
He's not a brute.
He didn't have a rock voice.
Yeah, he's kind of a gentle giant.
He's still Italian.
Yeah.
Playing with that sauce.
Yeah, like he's cooking pasta and you know, some tomatoes.
I think there's a scene of him legit sprinkling Parmesan cheese over something.
Yeah, it's violently Italian.
It's
very New York.
He's very New York.
Yeah. So they do that. We've all seen it in the trailers. I think that's another complaint I had was the trailers kind of spoiled a lot.
Yeah. Got to get people to see it.
Yeah, you do. You have to grab people with it.
Yeah. And then right after that, the sky starts. They tell the family that or Sue and Reed tell Ben and Johnny that, you know, they're pregnant, and then everyone has a good time.
Yeah.
They're happy, and then the sky turns orange
and starts like raining like a little bit of fire, some meteorites, stuff like that. And they're like, whoa.
And then a silver boarded woman or shiny woman with a silver board descends.
Otherwise known as Silver Surfer.
Yes, the Silver Surfer. And then basically we all know the comics, or you know, she's the herald for Galactus.
She rolls up, says, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Pretty much.
You're gonna eat your planet.
Yeah, we're gonna eat your planet. Yes. Be happy that you're being eaten by Galactus.
Yeah. She flies away. And then the Fantastic Four team up to go stop them. And I loved the pace of the action of the first.
It's very well paced.
Of the first, I would disagree.
Oh, okay.
I thought the first half was very well paced.
Okay.
It slowed down to a bore when they got back.
Continue.
I really liked everyone getting ready, and then they go into space, and then I feel like that's when the movie peaked for me.
Okay.
That like 10-minute sequence of them going into space, meeting Galactus, seeing his ship, getting chased by the Silver Surfer, and then going back to Earth. That was the best part of the film for me.
And that's pretty much everything next that happens.
Yeah.
Johnny chases after Silver Surfer when she shows up. She speaks like a little language to him or something like that.
I forgot what planet they're on.
I can't remember. They say it a few times, but it's some gobbledygook. I don't know. He chases after her. She says some stuff, which I don't know, like it means like die good or something like that.
She says, die with your own.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And they come back, and then like the public is so dependent on the Fantastic Four for them to answer everything.
Yeah.
So then they're like doing like a little press conference and stuff like that, and they're like, we're gonna go up and we're gonna figure out where this signal is coming from. We're gonna go figure out who this Galactus guy is, and we're gonna go talk to him.
It's very Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Where like the police commissioner has a direct line to his car phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And opposed to watching things where like I think all Batman content now has to do the dance where it's like the cops are like, we don't trust him,
right?
And it gets kind of tiresome. That Spider-Man's entire existence is that no one trusts him. So I did like that just everyone is cool with them because they saved the world a couple of times. But and then we go to they get into their ship, which I'm waiting for the Lego set of that ship to come out.
That ship is nasty looking.
It's going to be
so good. Their shuttle is so cool looking. And there were so many cool like little details, like when it was taking off and the boosters were coming off.
Yeah,
just all the boosters were activating, like they were turning on to like have a safer landing. Like the tech in it is so cool.
It is really cool.
but they go into space. They essentially go into like a wormhole
It's
for like
yeah,
for like light travel.
they basically have their own version of light speed, but they don't really explain what it is.
Yeah, they just like literally just hop into a wormhole and
Yeah.
then they're gone.
Shoot out.
They just like disappear. And it's not like Star Wars where it's like
Yeah.
really fast. It's like they're creating like black holes for them to go into and just
But
go to the other side.
the plot of this is where the plot starts to. This is where a plot point bothered me.
Okay.
I don't like Galactus in a giant drill.
You don't like his ship?
No, put him in a big drill. Get that man on a throne, and like
Yeah, he didn't even really have a throne when they met him.
well, he's sitting on something, but it's not a throne.
Yeah, because they fly to Galactus's little ship, which is essentially a giant trash can.
It's a giant drill.
Yeah,
He's in the giant drill and just
it's got like one eye.
Yeah,
it's got like a big red eye.
Yeah,
and then he's like hooked up into it like a bunch of wires and shit. And
Yeah.
he's like really big. They go there. They pretty much ask him, "Yo, what's up?"
But he wants that baby.
Yeah, but he's like, "Okay, give me the baby.
Give me your
'Cause
baby.
your baby has the ability to it has cosmic powers or
Yeah. So he is forced by the Celestials,
Mhm.
which, if I'm not mistaken, their hand is still sticking out of Earth in MCU main story, and they just have never explained.
Oh, the head that's just hanging out there.
Yeah, from Eternals. I think they did.
They address it in Brave
Captain America.
Yeah, Brave New World.
They finally addressed it, which
Yeah.
I clapped.
And then they're like using it as an opportunity.
well, they're getting adamantium from it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Wolverine's gonna fit into that, but whatever.
Stryker will be some government guy on it,
And then they'll fit Wolverine into it. Okay.
take some shit.
But yeah, they get with Galactus. He says he wants that baby.
And
Right.
then we jump into, I would say, one of the only two action scenes in the movie.
The big ones.
Not a lot of action scenes in this film. There's only the chase, and then Cloud just walking around the city.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I think you're right.
Action scene. So, the chase is my favorite. I love the chase. It's so cool looking.
Yeah, they say no.
Yeah.
He does some weird stuff to Sue, which essentially makes her go into labor. Like,
Yeah.
right there.
He shoots a laser at her belly, and
Yeah, and it's like, she's like, oh, I'm freaking out. So then they barely escape away from him and from Silver Surfer. They get into their wormhole,
yeah,
and then to escape, and then they have like this really cool sequence where, excuse me, Silver Surfer is chasing them through the wormhole. And it's like, it kind of gives me like, you remember the Star Trek movies, like the newer ones, like where they have like that, what they call warp speed in that,
Yeah.
and they're going but they're like chasing each other in the warp speed.
Yeah,
It was a really cool looking shot.
that was sick. And
And
so cool.
yeah, it was sick. And they get out, and then they kind of like trick her into like falling into a black hole real quick, which is really cool.
Which the effects were like they had like double of her as she was trapped in the black hole reaching.
Yeah, and she was like getting like sucked in.
It was like, rah!
Yeah,
that was really cool.
really cool, really cool. She gets sucked in the black hole. They trick her real quick, and then they're able to like slingshot themselves, kind of like in Interstellar.
Yeah.
They slingshot themselves back to Earth. And then they get back. Everybody's wondering when they get back. They come back. They have a baby now. Oh, that's right. She gives birth.
She gives birth in space
Next to a black hole, which is pretty rad.
Yeah. I did think it was cool that she went invisible right before the baby was born.
Right.
That was a little bit like
Show like how connected she is.
Well, I think that's for the audience.
Yeah, that was a good way to kind of hide.
Because I was wondering, I was like, where's the goo and where's the blood? Because they're just floating in space, right?
Yeah. It's a bunch of goo.
Bunch of goo flying.
Yeah.
But my guess is she can turn that invisible.
Maybe.
I don't know.
At that point.
Then they get back to Earth, and this is where my first big problem
Same. I know what you're about to say.
comes with.
Yep.
Is Reed stupid?
Is Reed stupid?
Is Reed stupid?
Why? Okay, I don't think we're upset about the same things.
I don't understand how the world's smartest man could be this bad at PR training.
Well, he's like a little bit socially awkward, and they imply that a little bit.
You have to tell everyone that you're all dead, and I had a chance to stop it, and I
think that just shows like he doesn't say no. They come back, and then they say,
he says they wanted our kid, and we said no.
Yeah,
and you're all dead now.
And then they're like, well, what's gonna? Can you save us? And he's like, I don't know, which is honest.
Yeah.
Side note, I do like his little Bill Nye sign so he has with the chalkboard.
Yeah,
that was cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then this is where it slows down for me. I really like the propulsion because I think the rest of the story is they
prepare for Galactus.
prepare for Galactus,
Yeah, and
and then the movie's over.
well, they had that side plot where they introduce it about probably right before they go to space, but
Yeah.
Reed Richards is able to develop this kind of teleportation technology, but he can only move an egg. Like that's all he can move
Yeah.
matter-wise so far. So then they get the idea, since they can't stop Galactus, they'll move the entire Earth to a different location, so then they can avoid him for another like 2 million years or something.
Put the Patrick meme of
Pretty much take pick up Bikini Bottom and move it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like that's essentially the logic, which is kind of goofy, but
Yeah.
so then they set up all these transporter thingies all over the Earth, and like I kind of like that the like Earth all stuck together and they all got together and
yeah.
did all this stuff, whatever they felt.
It was very altruistic.
It was. And then right before they're about to get ready to go, Silver Surfer shows up and
destroys them.
just start destroying all the relays.
And then they only have one big one left,
And it's in New York.
And there's New York. We're like, well, let's just teleport Galactus then.
Right.
And that's what and then the final scene is them trying to get Galactus.
They use the baby as bait.
Yep.
To get Galactus to show up. He rolls up. He looks really good, actually.
He does look really cool.
I thought he'd be pretty goofy, but they don't do like the mega purple. Like his colors are very muted.
Yes.
And he's got like the big like purple eye.
I liked him more when they didn't. I liked him more when they first met him. I think his introduction is awesome.
He is. He's very ominous.
Because his size was weirding me out. Because he seemed a lot bigger in the ship when they were talking to them than on Earth.
Yeah. They do feel like they kind of minimize him a little bit.
Yeah.
There.
It seems like, because it seemed like he was like the size of an actual planet.
Right.
Before.
Right.
But then when you go, because like his head is fucking ginormous.
Right.
And then when you see him on Earth, he's like, oh, he's like 60 feet tall.
Right.
Maybe 70, But, and then the plot is they
do a bait and switch with the baby. That's what they try to do. And then he finds the baby again. He takes the baby, and
he's going to go to his ship, and with the power of motherhood, Sue
pretty much
powers
him up.
Extra strong. Plot. I didn't like that either.
I think like they were trying to go for like the equivalent of like a mom like picking up a car to save her baby kind of thing. Like that was what they were going for, but they don't really explain it that well. She just does her powers harder,
extra hard.
Extra hard, and she like
extra.
And she pushes them into the black hole to get the baby out last second.
But then we have a fake out because he gets out of the black hole,
and it's got like that's right, it's on a timer too.
Yeah, it closes in
37 seconds,
and they only had 10 seconds before it closed.
Yep, and he's getting
out, and Sue is dead. Her powers.
Yeah, and then Silver Surfer pops up at the last second
before Johnny sacrifices himself.
And then she goes in there with him, and then Galactus is gone, stranded out somewhere in space.
Dead.
Maybe dead, who knows?
No, he'll be back for I don't know. He probably won't be back.
And then everybody's happy, hunky dory, everybody's good.
4 years later.
And then 4 years later.
And this pissed me off.
Oh.
I was mad.
Yeah, the post-credit scene is 4 years later, right?
I was mad.
And it's Sue and, was it named Franklin?
Yeah, Sue and Franklin.
Why does she have to name her New York kid Frank? It's like the most like stereotypical New York name ever.
I don't know where the origin of. I don't know when he was created. It must have been early on because he's a very important character in the comics.
So he oh yeah, that's right. Sue sort of dies during the fight.
Yes.
And then Frank, the baby at the time.
Why are you calling him Frank?
He's Frank.
He sounds like he sounds a lot older.
Frank. He has like celestial powers, like Galactus said.
Yeah.
And he's able to essentially bring his mother back to life.
It's very similar to the scene in the first Pokemon movie where Ash dies and all of the Pokemon cry.
And then they all come back and then they all awaken. Yeah.
Tears.
Yeah.
It was very similar to that.
Yeah, I remember.
It was a little corny.
Yeah.
But
yeah, then there's a post-credit scene. Then they're just like reading a book or something like that.
Well, I like the joke of it because he's like, no, Franklin, I'm not going to read you some Newton book. I'm gonna.
It wasn't Newton. I think it was like Darwinism.
It was Darwinism,
like the origin of the universe.
Yeah, and it was like, no, I'm gonna read you the happy caterpillar.
Yeah, like green eggs and ham.
Eggs and ham and
Like,
stuff.
let's do something a little easy.
And then they turn, and then she comes back and notices something weird.
He's not there anymore. He's in the corner.
He's in the corner, and then he's moved spaces. He's like, "What's going on here?" And then she gets her arm ready for like,
yeah, you like
power.
Yeah, she got like her powers ready.
Yeah, she has like a force field ready. And then RDJ wasn't there. That wasn't him.
No,
that was a random guy.
It was Jim in the back that they got. He was an extra, and then threw a cape on him. You don't even see his face. And just to remind you
that it's Doom.
That's Doom. He's like, I have the mask right here.
Awkwardly holding his mask.
Like, hello, child. Holding his mask like that.
It's facing directly at the camera.
It's so stupid.
It was so bad.
You know, and after that, I'm starting to really feel like this is like the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, because I do not think they have a plan.
They don't.
For what's the new one's
Doomsday.
Doomsday. I don't think they have a plan.
They don't. I mean, this is what I've heard.
It doesn't seem like it's pre-written at all.
No.
And they're just throwing shit at the wall.
This is what I've heard. They don't have a script yet.
Right.
They're filming it without a third act even in the movie.
Yeah,
doesn't work.
It's giving me major Star Wars.
It's been cast for a year. That happened last year.
Yeah, when he got revealed, and we got nothing.
We can't get one shot of him.
We got AI stuff coming out.
We can't get one fucking shot of him. Just with Franklin, he can't turn around.
Yeah,
it's coming out. It's the next movie.
Yeah,
it's the next one.
It's the next big one.
Oh, so yeah, that's the plot.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now that I read it, now that I'm saying it out loud.
Sounds
it's kind of whack now. It's I think you're right. It does go to a standstill for a while once it gets halfway through.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a little bit of a side plot where like
Johnny discovering the language.
Yeah, he like discovers a language, which we'll go into the characters and all that later, and I'll talk about my gripes with everybody. But yeah, there was a language thing. There's also the side plot where also the people that are on this earth are psychopaths. They're all like, kill the baby, murder like they're all mad at Sue Storm and Reed Richards for not sacrificing their newborn child to a galactic entity.
That is true, but
like it's realistic. She's a mother, but gonna sacrifice her.
They are supposed to be Reed's supposed to be the smartest person on the planet, and ethics equal intelligence.
It's not ethically correct to sacrifice your baby
to save a bunch of people, to save the entire Earth, or one person.
You don't know if that guy's trustworthy. He can just try to get the baby and destroy the planet anyway. You don't.
That is true.
You don't know. Who's this guy?
And I think he did say that after they were like, no. He was like, I'm gonna make him watch then.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him watch as I destroy your planet.
Yeah. So it's not gonna turn out well for them. We teleported,
yes,
to a different dimension.
Yes, much like in Fantastic Four.
Much like
Galactus.
Like Galactus.
Like Galactus.
In a different dimension. We are actually in a giant drill.
Yes.
Flying through space.
Yes. So we had a technical difficulty, so we had to come back literally at a later day because we got a little frustrated. So
yeah,
we're good now. We went over the plot, yeah, I guess now we can just go into the characters real quick. What we thought about the different characters.
Yeah.
I can start if you want me to.
Sure, start.
Okay, so I think I'm starting to see where you're coming from with Reed Richards being kind of the weakest performance out of the four.
Yeah.
Johnny really was big for me because I'm so used to him being the playboy and all that.
Yeah.
They weren't really focused on that this time. They actually gave him stuff to do besides being kind of just the bimbo.
Yeah.
Where they give him a lot, which I know you said in the comics, he's not very much like that.
No, he's smart and has stuff to do, and he's heroic. I mean, he sacrifices himself saving his family. He loves them. That's why I really just had such a big problem with the Chris Evans portrayal of Johnny Storm.
Right.
I just think he's just such a jerk to Ben. Like, I don't think I would ever hang out with that man ever.
No, he's an ass.
No, he's an asshole.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's Ben and Johnny together, their dynamic especially.
Oh, fantastic.
Was just,
it's like one of the best parts of the movie.
It probably is the best part of the movie for me. In particular, one little character moment I loved was when Reed was describing Galactus and what their plans were, and then he's like, oh, we're going to visit him. We're going to try to talk to him.
And then things like...
And the thing is falling asleep, and then yeah, they just want to punch him and beat him up, and then they have a cool fist bump.
Yeah, and they're in space.
Yeah, it was adorable. And yeah, I love the scene about them joking on the bed about who's gonna get up and see what's going on.
Yeah, and they're
And then
both like,
Sue appears.
yeah,
But yeah, the comedy really works well for me.
very well.
Yeah.
And Sue, great.
Sue is great. I love that they made her like the peacekeeper
Yeah,
and the warmest.
she's like the diplomat of the group.
Yes, and I loved that she's so well liked that the mole man was just totally cool with her.
Yeah, he was like mean to everyone else, but then he's
But
got
besides Sue, he loves Sue so much.
He's got a soft spot for
so
Sue.
much.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was just, and those characters, they have to work well together. The four have to have good chemistry.
Yeah,
or
and they do.
work out.
And they have very good chemistry.
Such great chemistry. And I think they have the four best versions.
I think this is also the best version of the Fantastic
of each four characters.
Yes.
Even Reed, whatever. I feel like the issue is that
he doesn't have that much to do.
I think he does have a lot to do in this one.
It's just too big brainy.
I wish he was a little more big brain, but I understand because the Reed Richards we're all kind of more familiar with, and especially been more popular, is the Reed that's like so maniacal in thinking and almost so just like
he's crazy almost.
He's crazy and he's kind of like obsessed with his intellect and he can't move past it.
Yeah.
And that caused a lot of strifes within the family because he can't be there presently.
Yeah, he can't be like normal.
And kind of like Superman's kind of been co-opted by the popularity of Homelander and by Ultraman, where people want that more evil version of Superman now. I feel it's the same way with Reed, where the Maker character, which is the evil version of Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe,
like an Injustice kind of thing.
Yes, but he is such an awesome character, and he's basically the main villain of the entire Ultimate Universe now.
Okay.
So because of that, everyone is always like, I kind of want to Reed a little evil.
Yeah.
But I appreciate them making him, by taking it to the roots and really giving us what we actually wanted, which was a good, kind Reed Richards that, maybe he didn't seem like the most smartest person in the world, but I think he seemed kind of like Howard Hughes smart.
Yeah.
So someone who's a great inventor, but is still suave and can still...
Well, apparently he wanted to do like a 60s kind of like voice to it, but they wouldn't let him.
Oh, they wouldn't let him go. Mah.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted to get like really goofy with it, but they wouldn't let him because he's going to be going into the regular MCU and he's going to look really out of place.
That's the thing.
When he's like, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think they're all the strongest versions of themselves. Thing was a good standout for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I loved Thing.
And they really humanized him a lot.
Yeah, I was surprised because this is the first movie with Thing that we don't have that rock voice filter.
Yeah, he just sounds like a normal dude.
Like a normal guy, but you're right. That really did help humanize him. Yeah. It felt amazing. And his CGI didn't bug me that much. I know some people...
The only time the CGI poked out that bad was with the baby.
You say that, but Vanessa Kirby said they had a real baby and shot everything on set with a real baby.
No.
That's what she said. Are you calling Miss Kirby a liar?
With that, dude, there were some scenes that were rough.
I didn't notice it that much. It wasn't like, I feel like my spectrum for bad CGI baby is warped by Twilight.
Oh, well, that's like the bottom of the...
Well, if it's not that level, I'm like, it's not a bad CGI baby. It's always like, that's the bar to reach for bad CGI baby.
Exactly. So, I mean, he wasn't bad, like, probably 80% of the time. There was only, like, the scene where Thing is holding him in his hand.
Yeah.
He looked pretty bad right there because it was CGI on CGI, I would imagine. And then the part when Invisible Woman dies and he's, like, reaching out to her, that was bad.
I also thought the Invisible Woman fake out was a little... I don't know if they were trying to make that more like...
I felt nothing when that happened.
I don't know if they were trying to do like a tearjerker thing or if they were trying to...
There ain't no way they're going to kill Invisible Woman in the first movie. I was like, I'm sitting there just waiting.
Yeah, I definitely think that was more of a plot tool to explain the powers of Franklin.
Yeah,
because he's such an important, crazy, powerful being inside the Marvel Universe. Like, he really does matter. And I'm very interested to see what they do with him because now I definitely think the plot is going to be Doom kidnaps Franklin Richards.
Well, I mean, it's heavily implied at the very end.
Yeah,
we already talked about that.
Yeah, what do you think about the side characters?
Herbie loved Herbie.
Herbie was so cool. I loved his design.
His design was so cool. It was like that 60s aesthetic that we talked about, and then like they would like switch out like his like data banks or something like that.
Well,
it was like a mixtape, like taking like a cassette out of his head and then putting it back in.
I think it was they had to put him from like what was it like?
housekeeper
To space mode. Like,
yeah, it was so cool. There's like poop, there's like popping out like a little disc or like.
But that's the best thing about the entire sort of set design of it is it does feel very futuristic, but it feels very tactile still.
Exactly.
It's still
it's like that 60s futuristic feel,
like the Jetsons.
Like
yeah.
it's like what we imagine 2025 would be in the 60s,
and it's just lame instead.
No, it's not.
I'm saying 2025 is.
Our 2025 is way lamer
it's
than that.
so lame.
Yeah, that is cool looking.
It's so lame.
Yeah, ours is boring.
Don't they jump? What's the year they jump into in Back to the Future? Is that 20?
That's 2015, I think.
2018, 2015?
Something like that. No, yeah, they go to 2015 because it's from 1985 to 2015.
And their 2015 was way cooler than our.
Yeah, dude, they got flying cars.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Go whack. But I definitely enjoyed Herbie. He was very good. I was a little worried about him being a little annoying, but he was one of my favorite standouts. And I need a Lego set now of a life-size,
like a big Herbie,
like
a buildable Herbie.
Yeah, kind of like how they have the BB-8 one.
Yeah, the R2,
the R2.
Yeah,
big Herbie,
big droids. Yeah, Lego's pretty good at making big droids.
Big droid Herbie, because I'm gonna go off a tangent, but the one set they have released for Fantastic Four is fucking garbage.
What is it?
It's the Galactus one where basically like the size of this Green Goblin right here, but it's literally like $60.
It's so expensive.
It comes with figures, I guess. So I guess you're paying the money for the exclusive figures.
But I don't think you could ever make
it's ridiculous
big version of Galactus that.
Well, I wonder if they're waiting to do like a big Mondo set of him.
Maybe
like a 200, like a big one of him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But
yeah, for sure. I want a set of Herbie. That's really cool. And then their spaceship, obviously.
Oh, the ship and
they call it the Excelsior?
Yeah,
or Excalibur.
I forgot what
it's a cool looking.
It was. It looked very Star Wars because aren't those rings around? Yeah,
they get like into like almost like a warp, like a
warp ring, and that's a very like Clone Wars thing, right?
Yeah.
Don't they have those warp rings on their starfighters?
Yeah. It's a what do they call it in Lightspeed? It's like a Lightspeed ring kind of thing. They kind of get into it, and then it allows them to go into Lightspeed with smaller shit.
But I don't think they were going through Lightspeed. I think they were going through wormholes.
Yeah, it was weird, like how they like. I'm always kind of skeptical about like them doing like faster than light travel kind of thing, because Star Wars kind of has like the patent on that kind of, right? Like they just,
I think Star Trek has.
Well, I mean, Star Trek has their own way of it looking too, right? It's got like the weird like whimsical kind of.
Well, yeah,
and then for Star Wars, it's just all the lights.
It's all the lights
just going crazy fast. But this one was almost like Interstellar, like when they were going through the black hole.
That was cool.
So like they go into a wormhole and they go in and it's like all weird on the inside and they're like bending space and stuff like that and they're going through it. So I would say it's, I mean, a realistic form of it, I guess. I don't know anything about space travel like that, but what I would imagine would be a lot more realistic.
What'd you think of Silver Surfer?
She was fine.
I liked her a lot. I really liked that
her backstory was, they did a lot better job doing her backstory at this. I compared to the older one.
We get to turn off the Xbox.
We can cut it out. It's fine. You couldn't even hear it.
You sure?
Yeah, we couldn't even hear it. You're good. Promise you.
Okay.
But do you want just go unplug it?
Yeah,
it makes you feel better. But like I said, Silver Surfer was good. She was fine. I think you're right where Galactus is kind of like, he's kind of the side character a little bit in this. I mean, he is the final boss.
No, I thought he had a lot more centrality than even Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
They got to have that whole ass conversation with him.
Right.
Where I definitely think it's an inverse of Rise of Silver Surfer. Rise of the Silver Surfer is much more the Silver Surfer
and then
the villain, and then you barely see Galactus
again. The Cloud.
And this one you see a lot more of the Silver Surfer, but I definitely think her conflict was a little unresolved. Where you didn't even see her go.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more of her. I needed to see her get a little more conflicted.
I wanted one more scene of her and Johnny talking.
Yeah, those scenes were always good, and then she like runs off all emotional because he does like that thing with the language.
The language that was sick.
Yeah,
that was
like surrounds her like with all like of like recordings of all the civilizations that she destroyed. Because I didn't know this, but she picks the universes or the planets that he destroyed.
Yeah, they didn't really go into that.
Yeah.
No one asked her why'd you pick Earth?
Yeah. But I mean, they don't even say that in the old two, right?
Yeah, because you could have just told them like, hey, Jupiter's right next door.
For real.
Jupiter's not doing anything.
Yeah, like why destroy Earth?
Mars is chilling right next door. Mars
Like I don't know, if I was a being, I would just go after uninhabited planets, but that's just me. Maybe they're terraformed a different way.
I think it's a little bit of like trick play stuff where not only did the it's like the big beings that like created Galactus.
The Eternals, the Celestials.
Yeah. I think the Celestials created Galactus so that he could like take care of their problems and anyone messing with their stuff.
Makes sense.
So I wonder if he kind of just set them on that path to attack Earth.
Yeah, he is kind of just a weapon.
Yeah, for them
at the end of the day,
unknowingly.
Right.
Yeah. But I thought Galactus was amazing. I love the voice actor.
I wouldn't even consider him a side character. He's just a big baddie.
Yeah, but he had a lot of lines.
He had a lot more stuff going on in there than I thought he would.
Yeah. And the introduction scene of that entire sequence into space with meeting him, which is so awesome, especially
dude, like the first half of the movie, and then once they like going from the beginning to the like when they come back from space, that's like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
it's a great film.
It was awesome.
And then you just lose a couple points because it dips hard.
Yeah,
and then you get the final fight because there's only like 2 action sequences in this entire thing.
Yeah,
or maybe 3 if you can include like a little montage sequence at the beginning.
Yeah.
So yeah. I thought it was good. It's just
okay. So final character. So I went through Galactus.
There's really not that many characters.
Well, you forgot about one more character. What do you think about Robert Downey Jr.'s back performance?
Yeah, his beautiful back.
What do you think about his back?
So apparently they're getting a lot of hate for it, and Disney had to come out and say that is indeed RDJ.
Eat my ass.
I was like, it's not whatever. That was Phil in the back.
That was not. They literally got the PA and
they're like,
get out there.
Yeah, get out there, buddy. Make sure you show the mask so they all know.
Show your mask.
My mask. Yeah, I don't know.
Because the joke is that you would have had to pay Robert Downey Jr. like $20 million to turn around.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, but
I don't know. Like I said earlier, it just feels like this new, because they're clearly trying to do like an Endgame again kind of thing. They're trying to do something big, and they already tried doing it with the Kane the Conqueror thing.
That fell out,
and that fell hard because oh boy. So
well, I wonder if they weren't even going to make that movie anyway because everyone hated Quantumania.
But it made a lot of money.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
I don't even think it made a bill like they wanted to.
Well, that's the problem with Disney too, is that they want every movie to be making freaking gangbusters,
but it's crazy now that we're watching this now past the first weekend because we have a lot more context about the budget, and what it raked in domestically.
Yeah, it's doing very well. It's gonna make a bill.
Good. I don't know if it's gonna make a bill. I think the days of MCU movies coming out and making a bill, I think they might be over.
Maybe,
especially because they're not setting this up right now, and this brings up the question: what's gonna fill that space culturally for film? What genre is going to be the thing that's going to make $2 billion that everyone goes see?
Right.
Because
what's the next thing we have? The next Spider-Man movie is in between, right?
Yeah, that's like a year from now.
And then we have
we're not getting another Marvel movie for a year.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a long.
And they couldn't even give us a face reveal for Robert Downey Jr.
His back.
We
saw his back. All right.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if I knew anyone's back,
that was his back.
That was his back.
That was his back. I went on that back.
I don't know. It just feels like it's very rudderless right now. They have very little direction.
Are we just going into the future of the MCU now?
I mean, we can. Yeah.
Might as well. That's all the characters. There are some. I didn't like Natasha Lyonne.
She had nothing.
They really cut out.
And then her assistant.
She was fun.
Yeah, it was whatever. There's really not that many characters in this movie besides the Fantastic Four.
And then I liked John Malkovich's performance from the one trailer I saw where his head came out of like some light. He was not in that movie at all.
He's Red Ghost, right?
He's Red Ghost.
Yeah. He fights his monkey.
He probably was in that. He probably was in that opening action scene.
Probably like the montage,
and they didn't want to make it like a full action scene to have him in.
Yeah, I feel like they cut a lot. I feel like I wanted a little bit more at the end. I feel like we could have gotten like another like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that could have done a lot.
For sure.
But the future of the MCU, I mean, we already kind of really went into it, really. I don't know.
You don't know? You don't feel confident?
Not really. I mean, it's kind of
I don't feel super confident either.
I don't know.
I must.
Like what? I don't know. Like compared to Endgame, like we had so many movies building.
Oh, I think I'm the one who's much more invested in Marvel than you are.
I'm a lot more invested now in Marvel because I've liked the past 2 movies.
You liked Fantastic Four.
I like Fantastic Four. I liked Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts rocked.
I like Thunderbolts a lot, and it was very different. It was a
was.
lot meaner of a movie. So it was like almost like, I'm not gonna say like Deadpool. I like Deadpool too, but that's
Deadpool and Wolverine. I haven't really seen it since the theaters, but
it's funny.
I don't know if I will. It's fine, but it does feel very like member berries.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the most member berries out of any.
Yeah, it's goofy, and that's the whole point.
Yeah, but like
there was just so many movies building up to Infinity War and Endgame,
and it just felt like,
and all these different, like they had Guardians of the Galaxy, you had Thor, you had Hulk, you had all these different stories all converging into one spot. Where like, what is everything that's converging right now? We have Thunderbolts.
I mean, the Fantastic
Four, and like the B Avengers, which is Falcon
and Captain America. We also have, if I'm going off TV shows, we have Daredevil hanging out somewhere.
We have She-Hulk maybe.
Moon Knight maybe. Probably not Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight. No, we're not getting Moon Knight.
Because where's the power coming from? Who's got the beef?
Frank.
I guess the girl from Secret Wars, the one who has everything.
Yeah, Ironheart came out. That was a flop, and they filmed that like 2 years ago apparently, and never pushed it out. And they just did a shadow drop for it.
Oh, same thing they did with Echo, right? Where they just dropped that.
They just shadow dropped it, and then no one cared.
Yeah, I've kept pretty up with all of the movies. I'll see any MCU movie in theaters, but the shows I have not kept up with. But from what people tell me, the shows don't have much story implications.
I mean, they did Secret Invasion for one of the shows. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's like a whole comic.
That's like one of the best comics ever.
Yeah.
And the problem is you can't do that without Iron Man. You can't do Secret Invasion without Iron Man.
They just had who? They had War Machine, Nick Fury, and a couple of Skrulls, and that was
Skrulls. And then they had the guy who plays Krennic, who was in Captain Marvel. I forgot his name.
Phil.
That dude.
Don't know.
Put him there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put him there. But I'm just worried. This one put me in the right mood because it seems like they have their quality back a little bit, but I'm still worried because
I just think they need to stop focusing on the bigger picture right now. Like when they're trying to set up some type of huge battle at the end.
They need to start setting that up.
They need to either start setting it up or focus on like these smaller stories where like we're introducing these smaller characters. No more of that.
No more of that. Because they've been doing that for 6 years. And
yeah, they really
and now I'm sitting here like, why the fuck did I watch the Eternals? Like there was no point.
Hey, that hand is still out there.
That hand is still out there. They finally mentioned it in Captain America: Brave New World.
Well, there's an adamantium in it.
That was the worst. That
was like, so that was like the saddest way to introduce Wolverine that you guys have ever done.
Well, I don't think we're even going to get an X-Men movie until after Doomsday or Secret Wars.
Well, I mean, they're just going to use Doomsday as a clean slate,
which they need.
They do.
And that's the issue they're having right now is that
they're doing the same thing that DC's doing.
Well, DC was smart and they did it, and then they realized we can't put this puzzle back together. Let's just throw the puzzle away and just buy a new one.
Exactly.
And Marvel, I think they have 2 issues. One issue is I think they're realizing that I think I'm realizing that the magic of Marvel was not the movies themselves, but the story structure and how they connected everything and how everything felt special. And the movie's connecting.
Really good casting too.
Great casting too. And it's those characters and those actors as well. And you don't have those 2 elements. And plus,
they're really also not willing to clean slate too. They want to keep on just piggybacking on what they have.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing a clean slate.
Because even in comics, even if you had Steve Rogers off the board, you wouldn't wait 6 years to make another Captain America movie. No. They just wait so long for this stuff.
They did a great way of exiting him out in Endgame. Yeah. He does a little time travel thing. He goes back and is with Peggy, and then you're good to go, you know?
Yeah.
Cool, no more Captain America. He gave it to Falcon. Falcon. And then they made the Winter Soldier show where they tried to make it.
That was okay.
Yeah, you're black, so you can't be Captain America. And I was like, okay.
At least I was saying something.
It was trying to be a deeper message. But then the villains were boring.
They were
nothing.
Boring.
Who even were they?
They were the Flag Smashers.
Cool. Who cares?
The climax was very bad to that.
Very.
And
the best part was when flipping old boy goes on a killing spree. That was the best part of the
John Walker.
Yeah, and he's like one of my favorite characters. So I love John Walker, but I love it when he, snaps and then, he does his, Agent Shield or Shield Agent, right? That's what he turns into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, U.S. agent.
U.S. Agent. That's what
U.S.
it is.
agent.
Yeah.
But no, because I think the big issue that will always keep them away from DC is that I don't think they can get the type of filmmakers anymore to make something like The Batman or Superman 2025, where it feels like it's a director's take, but yet it's part of the greater universe.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried that once with Eternals. I think that movie didn't do what they wanted to do. I think the script of that movie was too messy. I think the direction is actually really good. I think it's a pretty looking movie with cool scenes. I just don't think it just doesn't need 10 superheroes in it that you don't know the names of.
Yeah. Never seen it. I couldn't tell you.
But I don't know what they're gonna do. I really think them waiting so long is a big issue too.
People are just gonna forget about it because we all have goldfish brain. We do.
You have a lot of goldfish brain.
So like we're just waiting for the new thing to come out. And I mean,
and you could have really
OG Marvel was coming out with like a movie like
a year,
once a year, maybe sometimes twice a year. With different interlocking stories.
But then I think they just broke their own brain with making movies that way, because I think the formula where we just film it without a completed script and we just film it on action scenes so we can release it quick.
It's very Star Wars coded.
Well, who's in charge of both?
I know.
Who's the common denominator?
I know. Old Disney.
That's why I'm much more excited for DC's future than I think Star Wars might be dead. Like I'm straight up like Star Wars is dead.
We'll see.
MCU still has time.
We'll see.
Because I just have no idea. Well, this is not about Star Wars.
Yeah,
but
we'll talk about it later.
But I don't know, because I just would have felt a lot better if he would turn around. But that's not enough to make me dislike the movie. It's hard to separate the two, because I was very disappointed leaving the theater because they didn't progress anything forward.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very happy with the overall movie.
Exactly.
I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. So what would you give it?
Like an 8.
Yeah,
like an 8.
I think I'm an 8.5.
It's the best Fantastic Four movie,
bar none.
I put it. I think I have it in the A tier for my Marvel list.
Yeah,
it's not in that.
It's not the S.
No, it's not in that. Winter Soldier, Doctor Strange 2, Avengers,
Infinity War.
It's out of that area.
Mm-hmm.
It's more in like the Captain America 1 area, which I like a lot.
I like that one too. It's good.
And then the first Avengers area, just good, solid Marvel, which is what they needed.
They do.
Especially after the disaster that was Captain America 4.
We really got the privilege of growing up in like the coolest time when it came to Marvel movies.
Yeah, not for DC movies. I definitely think we're in the better time.
Yeah, well, now we're in the better, like, especially like with the Batman.
Yeah, because it did feel like it was just, it literally felt like.
I mean, we had Christian Bale Batman.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We had Dark Knight.
Yeah, but we still had Snyderverse. We had to go through, me and you went through the entire Snyderverse. We had to do it.
It's true.
We survived Snyderverse.
Start to finish.
Start to finish. We did it all.
It was a noof magoof.
I think we saw every single Snyderverse movie we could in theaters.
Yeah.
Because Justice League, I don't count that. The Joss Whedon one.
I saw that in theaters.
You saw that in theaters?
Yeah, I did. I paid money for that. That's crazy, right?
I saw reviews and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I'm for sure in an 8. Yeah, I think that's solid. Like you said, it doesn't really push anything forward, except for like the shittiest reveal ever at the end with Doom.
With Downey's back.
With Downey's back.
He got a great back.
Horrible.
What can you say?
And then now what? We don't know anything.
I just
feel like I was so uncertain about their future of Marvel when I came to the movie, and then I was still uncertain when I left.
Yeah.
The story doesn't do anything there. It's an Elseworld story, but it's a good Elseworld story.
Yeah, but they did introduce the Fantastic Four, which are going to be very important.
Fantastic.
They're going to be very fantastic. Oh my gosh, aren't you glad they didn't do that bullshit? Like when they're like introducing their names and they have to do a pun about aiming it.
They did do the Clawbrain time joke.
They did. They have to do that.
That was funny.
They have to do.
And then thing with his beard was funny.
That was funny.
But yeah, no, I'm just.
I don't know. I can't be that hateful because the director did his job. It's a good film.
But Thunderbolts, so think about, compared to Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is also like probably like an 8, all right, as well. But at the end of the movie, they set it up for what's coming up next. And they have the little Fantastic Four shuttle flying in the distance.
Yeah.
And, they do like the little bit about, they can't be called the Avengers, they'd be Avengers with a Z, you know, because
Avenger.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like, okay, well, we know now the next movie is Fantastic Four, and they're going to be introduced in this. But then once Fantastic Four comes around, I was waiting for them to have this moment where they were going to appear in their universe, something like that, but it never happens.
No.
So I guess that was like a flash forward to the Doomsday movie.
I don't know. I definitely think now the plot is going to be Doom is taking Franklin and grabbing up super powerful characters.
So he's trying to create Battle World kind of thing.
Trying to create Battle Worlds.
Okay.
So I think instead of him, like, which is the Jonathan Hickman comic where he goes to these celestial beings called the Beyonders to get the power to create Battle World, I just think he's gonna use Franklin to create Battle World now.
Okay.
But
like an ego kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
He's gonna create a different dimension where there's no heroes. But then the Fantastic Four and a couple heroes are gonna get on a life raft
and get in
and survive the changing of the universe. And then I think you can have the members that are still in Secret Wars are still people that are still on the board for Marvel. Like Thor is in Secret Wars, so is Captain Marvel, Spider-Man's in it.
Right.
Black Panther's in it too, but I think they're gonna recast him as a different universe Black Panther.
Well, they have Yuri now, right? Zuri, yeah.
But Shuri.
So, I don't know.
Shuri.
I haven't seen Black Panther 2. I don't know.
Hater. It was fine. It's okay.
Like I said, I was kind of on my stalemate there for a while.
Yeah.
I was kind of being a hater-ass bitch.
Hater-ass bitch.
Yeah.
But no, I've seen them all. I'm pretty caught up. This one's definitely up there with Thunderbolts. I definitely am excited. They know how to make a good movie.
Yeah, it's giving me hope that they know how to make good movies. It's just they're just all individual movies right now, and not expanding on the
which was the magic of Marvel, I think.
Yeah,
and also because I don't think they've really
because Disney's not really good at combining stuff into a larger universe.
It's crazy. Well, they did it the first time.
Disney's all about making Elseworld stories.
They did it the first time.
What first time?
They owned Marvel when they went through the first Endgame wave.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like they let Marvel do a lot of their own stuff, and then Disney got too involved, especially when Disney Plus came out.
Well, I know that for a fact because I think James Gunn said something about how Marvel can't be blamed because they were just making them.
Yeah, they're just trying to pump out
content for the app, and I think that app's kind of dead.
No,
you think so?
No.
What's the new Star Wars thing coming out?
They're having another show coming out. They're having a couple new shows, and then we have the Grogu and movie coming out as well. So we'll see.
That's gonna be.
But yeah, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, good. I love Fantastic Four.
I would most definitely recommend it.
I do recommend it.
Go see it. It's a great movie.
Also, go see it if you can. If you don't want to see it, I mean, if you go see it in theaters, I would suggest seeing it in the 3D format.
Yeah, Evan saw it in 3D.
So. It was awesome. It was very cool in 3D.
Yeah.
It looked really awesome, especially a lot of the effects and especially a lot of the scenes inside the Baxter building looked awesome with the 3D. I do want to see it in IMAX still, but
it's a very pretty movie.
It was very pretty. It was very good.
Very well shot, very pretty.
Very well shot. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's 2001: A Space Odyssey level.
Okay.
Which dude was trying to compare the movie to the director, and I was like, oh,
he's sucking his own dick a little bit.
Okay, guy. I was like, all right, buddy, chill. All right. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm sad that we aren't gonna get another superhero movie for what it feels like. I'm like 30 when we get another superhero movie.
For real.
Like we're not gonna have one for a while.
I know.
It's gonna be a long time.
Yeah, well, we got other slop to watch.
We got Avatar 3 coming out.
Yeah.
That looked good.
It did look good.
I'm excited. I'm tired of all the Avatar hatred. I don't get it. Avatar rocks.
Who's saying Avatar's bad?
There's
it makes billions of dollars.
But there are large swaths of the internet that hate.
Yeah, they're called racists. That's what they're called. Because they're obviously native. And they're supposed to be immigrants or whatever you want to call them or whatever.
They're racist.
They're supposed to be minorities, obviously, and they're like, ew, gross. Yeah.
So, do you think when Avatar 3 comes out that Trump will post an AI image of himself?
We're not doing
politics.
Avatar. Nope. No politics.
Just like the Superman he did with the Superman poster when it came out.
Oh, God, no politics.
It was so fucking cringy.
All right, guys, that's all I got. Most definitely recommends, and we'll see you guys next time.
Next week we are doing
Happy Gilmore 2.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the first one and get caught up, and then we're gonna do Happy Gilmore 2.
You want to watch the first one?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So we're up to speed.
I mean, I don't know if any characters are going over besides Happy.
R.I.P. Carl Weathers.
Yes. What was his name? Chubbs?
Chubbs. I gotta rewatch it to figure it out.
What's so funny about Chubbs in that movie?
Mm.
The entire movie, he's wearing Lacoste, which has that little gator on it. His entire fit, he's wearing that little gator stuff. So someone's arm gets chopped off by that gator.
Yeah.
It makes you.
And he has like the shittiest like prosthetic.
Prosthetic.
It's so fun.
Yeah. All right.
Bye. See you guys.